Hello and welcome to 10-Minute Fringe with Laser. That's me from A Shark Ate My Penis. Today I am joined by April Wish of Darling Wendy. How you doing, April?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I absolutely adore your poster. I adore your pitch. Please tell me, what is Darling Wendy?
So it's Wendy, my darling.
So I'm so
Which
sorry.
no, Darling Wendy is our website, so I totally get that.
Oh, Wendy, my darling, I get it. Yeah, and I
And
think
it's the first title we actually had was And Wendy. So
okay.
because the original title of Peter Pan, as written by Jan Barry, was Peter and Wendy, and we've just lost the Wendy. And then
Ah,
Super Lovely and Juliet came around, and we wanted to make sure that we were, you know,
yeah.
separate, since it's a different kind of retelling of a story like that. So
Sure.
yeah, so it's Wendy, my darling, and it's about Wendy Darling as a grown-up, me,
Um,
very very barely grown up, but
Amazing. So tell me about it. Tell me about the what the show is like, because I know you have some voices in there from some friends.
yeah. So I mean, they're not my friends, but they are friends of friends. So I'm super fortunate because we wrote something where we wanted to do a solo show that didn't feel like it was one person, right? That was sort of the creative challenge here. And I wrote two characters that are actually in the show quite a bit. So I think that's the surprise for people, is these are not cameos. These are like characters in the show. And because one of the original um, inspirations for the album that accompanies the show, which is
Mhm.
a solo indie rock album by Tammy Glover, of the same name, Wendy, my darling. One of the inspirations for that was Busy Phillips.
Mm.
And we had some friendships and were able to reach out to her and tell her how much she had inspired us, being a woman who talks and is on a talk show
Mhm.
um, for a time. And she said yes. And then quickly thereafter, Jon Cryer also said yes. So I
That's
have these
amazing.
amazing actors that I act with in the show, uh, that really do have characters that carry story.
That's incredible. So
Yeah.
talk to me. So there's an indie album as well. Tell me everything.
Yeah. So Tammy Glover, who's, by the way, a TV exec and like a very accomplished person, independent of music, um, also used to play in the band called Sparks.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
she would tour everywhere. And she was MTV's first house band. Like, I mean, does the music industry, and super proud to be working with her, because she came to me and said, do you want to write a show, and let's inspire it by the music. So she plays a song to start the show,
Oh, cool.
and we have her music throughout, and it underscores the show. um, so it's
Mhm.
really been like inspired by, and it's a kind of a companion piece to this, her first indie solo rock album. So she's
That's
obviously played on so many, but yeah.
that's so awesome. So what are there any moments of the show that you're really looking forward to doing in Edinburgh every day? Are there any things that like bring you a lot of joy to see in front of an audience?
Oh, this is gonna sound so morbid, but I love the sad stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the show is mostly funny. It's mostly a comedy, but
Yeah.
I kind of just do that so I can do the sad stuff.
Sure.
I'm a theater major. So some of my favorite moments are, I have a monologue, especially at the end, that I love doing because it hits different every single time.
uh
Sort of about the expansiveness of the universe, and about motherhood very specifically. And I have two kids. I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, and our relationship is changing every day, and they
Mhm.
are changing every day. So it's exciting for me, especially to do that piece, because it's always different. It always is a different trigger. It always hits a different, I always learn a different lesson from it.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. What made you want to bring this show to Edinburgh?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those, like, if this isn't the show that I bring to the big show,
Mhm.
then, then what is? And
Yeah.
that's sort of what it was. Is like, I have so many amazing people we're working with. Krisha, by the way, my director's, she's an Emmy Award winner. like I have these fancy, lovely, wonderful, supportive, caring people around it. And it just feels like it's going to be a big hug in a place that I know can be very intimidating and scary. And,
Absolutely.
might
What
as
do
well
you
do it
want?
while you're fortified.
What do you want people to get out of your show?
um, this is a really positive message in the end. It's actually like a sneaky feminist piece. We don't exactly lead with that per se. Um, because it's just part of who we are in the story we're telling, and not a story about feminism.
Yeah.
But we live as women in a business that doesn't always support that fact. So
Yeah.
that's what the story's about. What I hope they do is come out empowered and with a different, sort of a different view at what we can do as either women or men in the business to make it more and I don't want to say equitable, but to put more female stories at the forefront.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's awesome.
Mhm.
What tell me about oh gosh, I had the next question. Oh, how did you come to be so you said you're a theater major. Do you do a lot of solo shows? What brought you to this particular forum?
I actually came to LA 20 years ago to do movies, TV, and I spent a long time doing independent film. I've produced and been in, either shorts or features. I produced and starred in 8 features. Like, I love film, and then I had a kid,
Mhm.
and it knocked me on my ass. Like, I
Mhm.
didn't know how to have, I didn't know how to be present for this kid in the way that I wanted to be present for her, and
Mhm.
do 18-hour days
Right.
and 16-hour days. And I thought, well, let me just be present with her then and see how that goes. And, about 4 years into that, after I'd had my second, I was like, I'm lost in here. There's a big transformation in motherhood, obviously, I think for everyone, but for me, I lost who I was. And
Yeah.
when I tried everything. I tried photography, I tried an art show, I tried to do a lot of things, but when it came down to it, it was like it was performing at the core. And I stumbled into a solo theater class because most of the classes in Los Angeles are about the business.
Mhm.
So it's like headshots and casting. And I was like, I just want to act. I just want to feel
Mhm.
what that feels like. Um, I don't know if you hear that, but solo theater is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
really hard
you froze
to
for
put
just a
down.
second, but yeah, it's the best. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also doing a solo show, and it's the best. I love
Hmm.
performing. I love getting
Hmm.
credit for it. It's really nice. Be the person that gets all the applause.
Yeah, it's big. It's big and it feels big and it's a huge challenge, and
Yeah.
uh and I mean, but more than anything is it allows me to have a career and have my life, and have these 2 children, that I'm very present for all the time, and I'm on the PTA. Like, so, I
Amazing.
don't know. This show's been really special because I'm starting to delve into what it's like to work with other people, even though they're not there.
Yeah.
Um, and who knows, maybe that's the next thing, or maybe solo is the next thing. I just know it's afforded me my life back,
That's so
my
awesome.
creativity. So, yeah.
Incredible. I have a question for you from Simon
Mm,
David, who has a show called Dead Dad Show,
okay.
who's absolutely incredible. And they asked if you could be frozen in time for the rest of your life, at what age would you want to be frozen in time?
Here's the deal. I used to say 8 because I
Yeah.
just remembered loving being 8. Um, but I was recently looking through a whole bunch of old photos, and I have to say, ooh, do not show my son this. But the first year of my daughter's life,
Yeah.
I didn't know that a person, that a heart could love that much, and everything was a revelation, everything.
Incredible.
So
That's
yeah, so I
wonderful.
guess that was 31.
Perfect. Wonderful. And do you have a question for my next guest, April Wish?
I do.
Okay.
I want to know what their top 2 favorite days of their life are.
Whoa. That's Such
I
a
mean,
good
that's very
question.
similar to the one that Simon gave me. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's a very good question. Where and when are you performing this show in Edinburgh or anywhere else?
So in Edinburgh, we are doing previews and week one at the Space UK in Surgeons Hall. Okay.
Yay.
And that's the 4th through the 12th. And I'm doing one more show here in LA in the 26th of July at the Whitefire.
Amazing. Get it up. Gonna make it happen. I'm so excited for you. And I'm excited to see you over there.
Hello?
Yeah, there
Did I
you are.
lose you?
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 26th of July at the Whitefire Theater, we're going to be in Los Angeles, and we're trying out some new things. I would love to have a lot of support and energy there. It's
Amazing.
the last send off.
Absolutely. Hey, April, thank you so much for joining me on 10 Minute Fringe. Everybody check out Wendy, My Darling. It's going to be amazing in Los Angeles
Thank
and
you
in
for doing
Edinburgh.
this.
Absolutely. Happy to do it. And I will see you
Thank
10
you.
Minute
This is very
Fringers
cool.
tomorrow.